Hi, I'm Jim Jubak, and welcome to this week's Quick Pick video on YouTube. This week's Quick Pick is Lilly. Okay, now Lilly is a stock that I've said a couple times recently is my favorite big drug stock at the moment. And if you look at a chart for Lilly, you can see why. And you notice the stock is doing just fine in here, and then here recently it went zoom. Now there are two reasons for that zoom. One is that the company did announce second quarter earnings and showed 22% year-over-year sales growth. The company's got a really great pipeline of new drugs. Mounjaro, which is its diabetes drug, looks likely to get weight loss approval from the FDA, and that would be a big boost. They've got new drugs in the pipeline for Alzheimer's and cardio metabolic drugs. So all those things are combined, and there's an incredible amount of enthusiasm right now for diabetes drugs moving to weight loss. Now, the problem this creates for investors is not unique to Lilly, and it's that the stock is overvalued, probably by about 46% according to Morningstar. But if you look at a chart for a Lilly competitor, this is Novo Nordisk, a Danish company, also one of the big powerhouses of diabetes medicine, and therefore get this whole weight loss thing going on. You can see in the chart the same kind of rocket here on enthusiasm about the weight loss sales spin-off from diabetes drugs. So if Morningstar says Lilly is 46% overvalued, they also calculate that Novo Nordisk is 28% overvalued. So at this point in this market, when so many things have run up so high, and it's very hard to sort of go, okay, well, if I think the market is going higher in the shortish term, and I'd still like to increase my exposure to stocks, what do I buy? I think one of the things you're left with is not just an absolute valuation, but a sort of weighing valuation. And so the question is, in a situation like this, Lilly's prospects versus Novo Nordisk, and I would go with Lilly at this point, even though I think it is, for the moment, really overvalued. And I wouldn't, if you don't need to put money to work and buy a stock like this, I would sit out. On the other hand, if you do need to put money to work, this is a good place to put it. We own it in some of the online portfolios. We'll continue to own it until I think we get a situation where the market looks like it's as a whole going to correct something. Okay, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. That way you get notification when we do our next one. We're doing about 3 a week. You get more of my stuff on my free site, that's jubakpicks.com, and you can get even more on my paid site, that's Jubak AM, that's got 6 portfolios instead of 3. And everything I do goes up on Jubak AM, and part of what I do goes up on Jubak Picks. So pick your poison, as it were. So thanks very much for watching.